Man, what's going on with it, man? What's going on? Another quick little video, bruh. Monday, March 24th, 6:26 p.m. 6:26 p.m., bruh. And, hold on, 6:26 p.m. It's just about to do another little quick video, bruh. Nothing crazy, right? So yeah, right? Bruh, I feel like it's very important. I feel like, well, I mean, at least to me, right? It's very important to me, right? Because I took this thing, I've been doing this thing, right? Of just like, bro, I write. I've been doing this for a few years now too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, bro, sometimes life happens, bro. Life happens. And, you know, I might miss a day or two, or maybe I might miss a week and whatnot, right? But, bro, every day, right? Every day, bro, I write. Every day, right? Every day. So, you know, but write ideas, right? Writing down ideas, staying creative, bro. Staying creative, right, bro? Because I'm telling you, right? We living in a world, bro, where just like things that are just like fundamental things, right? That probably we did when we were young or things of that nature, right? Like, bro, don't lose sight of those things, right? Because at least for me, right, it plays a big role in my life, you know, because like, for example, right, I got another book, right? I got another book right here, right? I got another book right here, and this is when I started doing this, right? When I started doing this, right? And it was just out of nowhere, bro. It's just things that but if you pay attention to this book, right? Bro, look at that date, bro. 9/3, 9/30, sorry. 9/30, 2019, right? 2019, right? It's been what? It's 2025, bro. It's, you know, it's like going on 6 years, right? Bro, and just writing. It's a little messed up, right? Because pages are falling out, right? As you can see. But, bro, writing. Writing, bro. Bro, I write down my day, bro. What did I do? How I feel. If something like threw me off. If something got under my skin, things like that, right? And it's crazy, right? Because I revisit this book. I revisit these books, you know what I mean? Because in time, bro, things just... But it's good for you to be able to revisit these books, right? And then write down, like, at least me, right? What I was doing, what time, how I was feeling. And it's crazy, right? Because when I look back, it's like, wow, you know, been through so much, right? So I feel like I started doing this because oh, look what my son did. Boom, that's cool, huh? We've been doing Legos. Say what's up, Papa. Anyways, right? Look how he put the other little... Anyways, right? So I started writing down... Because look, when I first wanted to do like videos and stuff like that, cause I kept like saying like, bro, I want to do videos, vlog or like just like, bro, express myself, right? Express myself. And I didn't know how to do it. Or where to start. But I just knew that I wanted to do it, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Everything like, bro, these past like 5 to 6 years, right? I've been building up, bro, building everything as far as like, bro, reinventing myself. And when I say like reinventing myself, right? It's like doing different things, bro, just living a different life. You know what I mean? Living a different lifestyle, you know, changing who I am, right? Because the image that I had, you know what I mean, 8-10 years ago, bro, is not the same person or the same it's not the same person, right? It's not the same person. It's not the same image that I want now, today, in this day and time, right? So I feel like, what's his name?
Night Dragon.
Night Dragon? All right, cool. Give me a second, okay? Love you. So that's what I'm saying, right? So when I look back, right? Because like I said, right, bro, there's nothing wrong with changing, right? There's nothing wrong with changing and stuff like that, right? It's a part of life, bro. It's a part of life. Like I said, bro, the seasons change. Every year the seasons change, right? Every year, bro. It's cold, it's lukewarm, it's warm, it's hot, it goes back to like, you know what I'm saying, right? And also too, you gotta understand, right? Things like, for example, right, the trees, bro, what do the trees do, bro? There's a season where the leaves fall, right? And then there's also a season, bro, where they are reborn again. They're like, bro, because that's how life is, right? That's how life is, right? And that's how life is, right? So when I look back, like I said, right, when I started doing this journey, right, of like, bro, when I put it into my head, right, that I wanted to do videos, this is what I wanted to do, right? Like, bro, just be me. And with whatever it is, the trials, the tribulations that I went through in life, bro, be able to share, bro. Be able to share, you know, and stuff like that, right? So when I look back at this, right, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy and it's motivating, right? It's crazy and it's motivating because also too, like, at this point in time, bro, I was drinking alcohol, you know, on marijuana and stuff like that, right? But also too, like, that also was a change that I knew that I wanted to stop that. I wanted to stop that, right? And I had those seeds planted in my head, right? That, you know, and yeah, you know.
Papi,
Give me.
this is de dos jugadores.
Nah, it's just, wait, let me see.
Just one or two.
It could be two, but we'll check right now, okay?
You can play two?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Because I can play those games.
You're gonna play? All right, cool. So, bro, in life, bro, you gotta put in, bro, whatever it is that you're gonna do, right? Bro, you gotta put in the footwork. It don't matter what you do, what you wanna do, bro. You don't just like, bro.
Bro, can play the
I don't care. I don't care anywhere. You can, bro, it ain't just, bro, oh, I wish, boom, and then the next day, oh, I wish I was in a movie, and then, boom, the next day, nah, bro, you gotta, all right, first things first, right, you gotta go for what you want in life. Bro, you gotta put in the footwork, bro. You gotta put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, bro, the emotion, bro, the ups, the downs, bro, the trials and tribulations, bro. You gotta go through it, right? Obviously, you know what I mean? This is life, you know? Bro, just the same thing, bro. If you want to transform yourself, let's just say physically, bro, you have to don't put the volume on, all right, until I'm done, please. So you have to bro, you don't just wake up swole, you know, you don't just wake up with the muscles, bro. You don't just wake, bro. You gotta put in work, bro. You not just, a lot of people are like, don't get me wrong, right? A lot of people are really smart, right? But bro, you ain't just smart. Bro, you take the time, bro. You study to show yourself approved, right? You put in hours, bro. Whatever it is that you do, bro, on your craft, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't just wake up one day and the next day, bro, you're in the NBA. Nah, bro, you got to put in work, training camp, this, that, bro. You got to show yourself, and you got to separate yourself for the people, the scouts and stuff like that, to pick you. And you know what I'm saying, bro? You got to put in work, right? So yeah, right now I recommend it, right? I recommend it, bruh. it's just simple things, right? It's simple things, right? But when you look back, bro, when you look back and you see the dates 5 years ago, 3 years ago, bro, it really pays, it highlights what state of mind you were in. You know what I mean? It gives you just a little like, I was doing this, I was doing that, because, you know, I timestamp it, right? The date, bruh, the time, woke up 3 p.m. or whatever, you know, whatever it is. It's cool, right? I recommend it, right? And I wanted to start doing videos, right? But my self-confidence wasn't there. I didn't know where to start. So I started small, right? I started logging my day, writing it down, right? And I still do that to this day. Now, like I said, right? Like, life is just, you know, because I'm living life, right? There might be, I might miss a week. You know what I mean? I might miss a day. I might miss a month. I might miss a month or two. But then I always find myself back. I always find myself back to the books. I got a bunch of more composition books, right? It's crazy, right? I always find myself going back and writing it down, right? And it gives me too like an idea of like, if I miss a week or two or a month or 2 or 3 or whatever, I get an idea of just what was going on, right? What was I thinking? What was going on through that time, right? Just by it's a paper trail, right? It's a paper trail. Same thing with the videos, right? So yeah, man, I find it cool, right? I find it cool, right? Because like I said, bro, it's like a diary, right? Yeah. Whatever you want to call it, bro. It's a diary or this or that. 2019, 2020, 2021, so on and so forth, right? Now look where I'm at today. 2025. And now I'm dropping YouTube videos, right? I started doing YouTube videos last year, right? Last year. I had a different channel, right? But bruh, like I said, right? I'm not perfect, bruh. I've been going through some stuff, right? But like I always say too, right? Let's be real, right? Let's be real, bro, and let's accept responsibility when we're doing wrong, right? Or whatever, right? Accept responsibility for your actions, right? I had another channel, bro. It was Caesar Nava. I think it's 1528, man. Y'all should go check it out. But yeah, man. Yeah, and then I just be writing things, right? Bro, also too, right? Like I said, bro, writing ideas, right? What do you think is more important, right? In life. What do you think is more important, right? You gotta look at your life. You gotta know what you want out of life, right? I get it. Sometimes not knowing it's a part of the game, right? Not knowing it's a part of the game. Sometimes you get caught up, be like, oh, I'm just, I want this money. I'm chasing this money. So on, so forth, or whatever, bro. But for me, bro, what's more important, bro? Money, time, family, your health, things of that nature, right? Because you will never know, right? If you don't pick your brain, bro, and write down your ideas and things like that, right? You might not never know, or if you don't take the time to look and reflect and really pay attention to, like, you might not never know, right? Because there was a point in time where it was like, oh, I want money, boom, 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 this, that, bro. But then when you start to really pay attention, right, to life, right, and start prioritizing life, right, for me personally, bro, I think the most, bro, obviously is freedom, bro. Freedom. Being the owner of your time, bro, for me, is the most important thing. And that's what I chase. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? And by being the owner of your time, right, I'm talking about, right, like, also too, like, being the owner of your time, right, also, like, it comes hand in hand with, because for whatever reason, this is just the society that we're living in, right? Obviously, it's like a financial freedom, right? Because being the owner of a time of your time means that, bro, because we go to these jobs, right? And in our reality, we don't really want to be there. You know, don't get me wrong, right? Like, you got to do something, right? You have to do something, right? And if you're not doing nothing right, what else better to do is, bro, just have you a regular, there ain't nothing wrong with working, bro, a 9 to 5. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing, right? Especially, bro, if you have like a certain like lifestyle, or you lived a certain lifestyle, or you know what I mean, you just weren't educated, and you had like, you made poor decisions in life, you know, poor choices and stuff like that, bro. In order for you to, bro, stay out of the streets, stay out of some trouble or whatever, bro, have you a job, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? I'd rather be a square. I'd rather be lame, bro. Have me a job, bro. Go to work, come home, bro, and spend the rest of the time with my son, with my family, bro, with the people that I love, right? That's for sure. That's for sure. But I'm just saying, right? If you ain't got nothing good, if you ain't got nothing going for yourself, bro, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. There ain't, bro. There ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. If you ain't got nothing good going for yourself, bro, there ain't nothing wrong with it. But just, bro, that don't mean you gotta throw your life away. You gotta be a crash test dummy out here. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, have you a job, bro. Have you a job, bro. Go get your little chili, right? Because and this is like I'm saying, right? Unfortunately, bro, this is how we living, right? But if you don't got a job, bro, you ain't got a roof over your head, bro. You ain't got food, you know, in your stomach or in your children's stomach, and like, you got to do something, right? Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? But now back to what I was saying, bro. That's what I chase, bro. That's what I find more important, right? For me, right? Is being the owner of my own time. And like I said, right, it goes hand in hand with, bro, having the financial freedom, which I do not have, and which I am not the owner of my own time, right? Of my own life, right? Because I have to go to this place that I don't want. That, don't get me wrong, it ain't like, but I'm just saying, right? Because it gets like that. You live in life, right? And you be like, man, I wish I could just be, you know, just chilling, right? But you can, right? Unfortunately, you can, right? And like, don't get me wrong, who wants too much free time on their hand, bro? It's not good, right? It's not good. I'm not saying it's not good. If you don't know how to manage your time, if you don't know how to distract yourself, bro, it's not good. But I'm just saying, right? Because we got to go to these jobs, right? What is it that being in these jobs, right? And then the way that society is, right? We go to the same job, right? We what do we do, right? When we working, right? Believe it or not, bro, because you could work at a job for all this time, right? And at the end of it all, bro, what did you give them, right? The most valuable thing that you own, which is your youth, your vigor, your life, bro, your time, bro. Your time, right? Like, cash, money is important, right? But don't, like, money is important, right? I mean, it's not important. There's more things that are more valuable than money, bro. Like health. You know what I mean? You got all that money, bro. If you got bad health, bro, it don't matter. All that money you got, millions and millions and millions or whatever, bro. I guarantee you, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. You might be able to buy a little, you know, things that'll help you out, but you cannot buy health. You cannot buy your health, because that's a choice. That's not, and then it's not only a choice, but it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a time, effort, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, bro, into being healthy. You know what I mean? It's choosing not to put something in, not to ingest something just because it tastes good, or just because, like with alcohol and other things too, it makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because what tastes good and what makes you feel good, in our reality, bro, that's the stuff that you know, that's your downfall. That stuff will kill you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't manage it, you know, people want to be like, bro, in moderation, like, bro, there's certain things, right, that you should not be, or at least you or me, that I should not be doing, that I should not be putting in my body, bro. And unfortunately, like, those things, obviously, like, we're only human, right? Like, we like those things because we feel something. But then after, like, that, bro, psychologically, you know what I mean? Like, that's a vice. That's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, right? Be careful. Like, but yeah, right? Being the owner of my time, that's what that's my goal. That's my goal. And in the meantime, bro, in between time, bro, I don't mind having to go to work, because when I go to work, right, bro, I'm able to, well, when I go to work, bro, I stay out of trouble. You know, idle mind is the devil's playground. So I don't have, or idle time. I don't have too much time to just be sitting back and be like, oh, let me go do this. Let me go do that. Right. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you work, bro. You stay out of trouble. You get your little bit of money, bro. You get to, you know what I mean? If you're smart, if you're financially smart, right? You stack you some money, right? You enjoy also too, like you work hard, but you got to enjoy. You can't just work your whole life, and then you look back, bro. Because I say this from experience, but because I've learned from other people's mistakes. Bro, like my mom worked hard her whole life, bro. Never did nothing, never went anywhere. Bro, you worked hard your whole life? Like, because my mom worked hard, right? She was a single parent, bro, with 3 kids, right? Shout out to my mama, you know what I'm saying? Mama. But I'm just saying, like, hey, mom, you worked hard your whole life, and everything was about money, or everything was, oh, I don't got it, it's too expensive, or why you always want something, why you always want something, like. But I was young, I didn't know, I didn't understand, right? But now I do. But anyways, right, bro, it's not that important. I mean, it's important, right? But I'm just saying it's not that important, bro. There's other things that are more important, right? Bro, go to work, bro. Especially if you ain't got nothing going for you, bro. Go to work, bro. Get you a job, right? Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. Go to work, bro. Get you some money, stack you some money, bro. Go have you some good, nice dinners with your wife, with your family, bro. Take your sons and take your daughters, bro, to the theater, to this, bro. Enjoy it, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, right? You stack you some money, round one, or yeah, stack you some money, bro, for a rainy day, because you know things happen. Things do happen, bro. It's life, bro. Things, you know what I'm saying? Because I know sometimes, like, you know, like I said, everything is a state of mind, right? Things can get hard. Things can get tough, you know what I mean? Not always, right? Not all the time, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, just, bro, think about what you want to do, right? Or not think about what you want. Well, yeah, think about what you want to do, bro. Always have you a plan, bro. Always have you a short-term goal, bro. Always have your short-term goal, long-term goal, this, that, right? Stack you some money, bro. Have you some fun, right? Out here, right? You know what I mean? Bro, write things down. Write your ideas down, right? Even if you have ideas and you work towards them, or you don't, right? But if you write them down, right, you get to really weigh out in the sense of, like, bro, what's really important in your life. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right, man? Write your ideas down, bro. Have you some short-term goals. Work after them, bro. You work after them, or, like, you know, like, work towards something. Pretty much what I'm saying. Work towards something, bro. You know what I mean? Take care of you guys yourself, man. Bye.